Welcome to Metro Manila, the great national capital of the Philippines. The National Capital Region, or NCR, also known as Metropolitan Manila, is the country's political, economic, and educational center. The smallest region in the Philippines, it is the most densely populated region, which is a home to over 12 million Filipinos. Now, let me take you a little back to know more about the Philippine National Capital of the Philippines, Metro Manila. Shaped by foreign power, Manila became the capital of the Philippines in 1571 under the Spanish rule. Marikina also served as the capital from 1898 to 1899 under the colonization of the United States. In 1901, the recreation of Manila at the time of the Philippine Commonwealth was commissioned to create the Grand Plan of Manila, composed of the places and parishes.
President Quezon established Quezon City in 1939 to be the capital city of the country from 1948 to 1976. It was returned back to Manila through Presidential Decree number 940, stating that Manila has always been to the Filipino people and in the eyes of the world, the premier city of the Philippines. On November 7, 1975, Metro Manila was formally established through Presidential Decree number 824 under the management of the Metropolitan Manila Commission. On June 2, 1978, through Presidential Decree number 1396, the metropolitan area was declared the National Capital Region of the Philippines, with the President's wife Imelda Marcos as the first governor. While in 1995, President Corazon Aquino reorganized the structure of the Metropolitan Manila Commission and renamed it to the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, with its chairperson appointed by the President.
For the geographical features of NCR, the National Capital Region is the only region in the country without any provinces. It is subdivided into 17 local government units or LGUs comprising of 16 cities and 1 municipality.
The 16 cities include Caloocan, Malabon, Navotas, Valenzuela, Quezon City, Marikina, Pasig, Taguig, Makati, Manila, Mandaluyong, San Juan, Pasay, Parañaque, Las Piñas, and Muntinlupa. Pateros is the only municipality in the region. Each of the 16 cities and 1 municipality in Metro Manila is governed by a mayor. NCR is bordered by the provinces of Bulacan to the north, Rizal to the east, Cavite to the southwest, and Laguna to the south. Manila Bay lies to the west and Laguna de Bay to the southeast.
While the language used here is Filipino, or the national language that is based on Manileño Tagalog, and English, which are both official languages, and virtually all Metro Manileños understand them. Being in the heart of Tagalog region, Tagalogs constitute the majority in Metro Manila. However, being the capital of the nation, Metro Manila has also attracted great migration of other Filipino ethno-linguistic groups from around the country, especially those of Ilocano, Bicolano, Cebuano, Waray, and Maranao descents.
NCR Port of Access according to the Philippine Ports Authority. Found on the northern part of NCR are ports 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14, and on the southern part are piers 3, 5, 9, 13, and 15. The Port of Manila is the country's busiest as it is the primary international gateway for shipping. This means that most imported products such as the items we order overseas are received by this port. The only international gateway in Metro Manila is the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Here are the following terminals with their corresponding airlines. To commute to farther destinations, some of us prefer to ride buses. Known bus terminals in Metro Manila include the following. In the Philippines, Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange is the largest bus terminal. For NCR Railways, we first have the PNR that stretches from the southern edge to the northern edge of Metro Manila, passing through the cities of Manila, Caloocan, Malabon, Makati, Taguig, Parañaque, Muntinlupa, and even the province of Laguna. Built in 1984, the Manila LRT system is the first LRT system in Southeast Asia. Line 1 was built in 1984 with a length of 19.65 kilometers that travels a north-south route, while Line 2 was built in 2003 with a length of 13.8 kilometers that travels an east-west route. And lastly, we have Manila MRT system that journeys from North Avenue to Taft in an orbital north-south route. As of now, there is currently 1 MRT line operating, 2 lines that are under construction, and 4 lines that are waiting approval of construction.
Now let's go to different attractions that can be found in different places in Metro Manila.
Let us now discuss the tourism activities that you can go and visit when you're here at the National Capital Region. First is in Caloocan City, where you can see the Bonifacio Monumento. Second is the Bamboo Organ Museum that is located in Las Piñas City. Third is from the city name itself, Malabon Zoo. And after that, you shouldn't miss their famous Nanay's Pancit Malabon, the pride of the Malabon people. Fourth is in Makati City, where you can see a lot of high-end buildings and malls such as Ayala Mall and Glorieta. And if you're lucky enough to stay in the city up until Saturday, you can visit the Salcedo Saturday Market. Fifth is in Mandaluyong City, where you can visit the Dambana ng mga Alaala or the Memorial Monument. Sixth is in Manila City. We have Luneta Park, Pacu Park, and Intramuros that you can go and visit to learn or experience our country's history. Seventh, Marikina City. They have Marikina River Banks and riverbank centers where the world's largest shoes is located. 8. In Muntinlupa City, they have the Museo ng Muntinlupa and the Jamboree Lake that is located near the New Bilibid Prison. 9. In Navotas City, they have the Navotas Centennial Park. 10th, in Parañaque City, where the Baclaran Church and Baclaran Market is located. In Pasay City, they have their most famous and big shopping mall, which is the Mall of Asia. 12 is the historical Bahay na Tisa that you can go and visit when you're in Pasig City. 13th, in Pateros, where you can find the famous exotic street food which is called balut. You can visit R&M Balut Industry, the oldest balutan in Pateros, to see how they made the balut. 14th, in Quezon City, they have the La Mesa Eco Park, an ecological park that is surrounded by the nature that can help you to distress and to relax. 15th, in San Juan City, they have the Museo ng Katipunan, a history museum that is dedicated for the Katipunan. 16th, Taguig City is where the Manhattan of Metro Manila is located, which is the Bonifacio Global City. They also have the Venice Grand Canal Mall, a Venice-inspired open-air mall. And the last one is from the city name itself, which is the Valenzuela People's Park, that is located beside the Valenzuela City Government Center.
Of course, we also have accommodations that's serving you with the most finest and outstanding stay while you're here in Metro Manila. Here are some hotels and resorts that you can consider. Your travel or tour would not be complete without the taste of foods in different places in Metro Manila. Now let me introduce to you a history of Manila in form of dishes. Manila has a ton of great food to offer, and here are some of the must-try dishes you look out for.
Adobo is dubbed the unofficial national dish of the Philippines, and you will see this dish on pretty much every Filipino menu. This dish made by simmering meat in a marinade of soy sauce, vinegar, and garlic. Filipino celebrations like birthdays, fiestas, or New Year's celebration wouldn't be complete without lechon as the centerpiece of the dinner table. It is a wool-roasted pig characterized by a crisp outer skin and a moist, juicy interior with flavorful taste from the blend of spices. Next is pandesal. A traditional Filipino breakfast might include pandesal or the small bread rolls, either eaten directly or dunked in hot coffee. It translates from the Spanish pan de sal, which means bread of salt. Halo-halo. You will know it's officially summer when Manila's streets get got with makeshift counters, usually stuffed by moms or kids, serving a shaved iced dessert with combination of ingredients such as sweet beans, sugar palm fruit, jackfruit, nata de coco, sweetened banana, coconut jellies, and evaporated milk. It is usually topped with ube, leche flan, or ice cream for an extra treat. Last but not the least, the Filipino street food like kwek-kwek, isaw, and balot. Notable Filipino street food includes kwek-kwek or the deep-fried hard-boiled quail eggs dipped in a bright orange butter, and isaw or the grilled pig and chicken intestines dipped in vinegar. If adobo is the most famous Filipino dish, then balot has got to be the famous or infamous street food. Balot is a developing duck embryo that is boiled and eaten in its shell. It's a snack that is readily available everywhere and quite common to eat in the evening. There are food stalls and street food carts that all over Manila where you can find these street foods items. You can also get to try these authentic Filipino items while walking around in any local market. Kinilaw is Manila's counterpart to Latin America's ceviche and Hawaii's bowls of poke. At its simplest, kinilaw mixes cuts of fresh fish, onions, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, and chilies into a small stream of coconut vinegar and citrus. In some regions, the fish is even bathed in folds of coconut cream. Milky and tart with a palatable amount of heat, kinilaw simplicity articulates the varied taste of fresh catch from local waters.
As Filipinos, it is in our tradition to celebrate different festivities. Now here's a list of a few special events and festivals you don't want to miss in Metro Manila. Santa Cruzan relieves the glamour and charm of the walls of Intramuros during May. Through the course of this month, religious historical parades and pageants are held, and religious devotees offer flowers to Virgin Mary and pray the Rosary. It is also celebrated nationwide. Metro Manila Film Festival showcases Filipino films that runs from December 25 to the first weekend of January the following year. During its course, no foreign films are shown in NCR except in 3D and IMAX theaters. In Las Piñas City, the Bamboo Organ Festival features musical and cultural presentations showcasing the instruments' unique qualities and best attributes. During May, the people of this district in the crossroads of Manila and Quezon City celebrate their crispy skin claim to fame by dressing up lechon and parading them down the street. Filipino culture takes center stage every May as the Philippines celebrate Filipino Heritage Month. It features performances, visual art exhibits, thematic culinary events, and other activities showcasing traditions and customs of the Filipino people on heritage sites and malls to reach a wider audience. June 24 marks the feast day of St. John the Baptist, and people from this city take all liberty to baptize just about everyone on site during this day. Celebrated twice a year in Quiapo, Manila on the 9th of January and Good Friday, this festival celebrates a 200-year-old statue of a Black Christ. Marikina Zapatos Festival was developed to promote the local talent of Marikina. There are people dancing on the streets wearing colorful costumes, shoe parades, and even a stiletto marathon. Pangisdaan Festival celebrates the founding of Navotas City, also known as the fishing capital of the Philippines. There are boat races, street dancing performances, and floating parades. Lavandero Festival focuses on the city's tradition of washing clothes in the once clean Pasig River. Men and women dance on the streets with, of course, basins as props. Balut sa Puti Festival is a festival featuring cooking competition of the Filipino delicacy balut. People of Pateros gather to have street food party with a live band.
Major cultural and ethnic groups here in National Capital Region. Most of the population here in Metropolitan Manila are classifying themselves as Tagalogs. But as the time goes by, people are choosing to stay here because of the job and education opportunities. That is why we have other local ethnic groups here in National Capital Region such as Bicol, Bisaya, Ilonggo, Waray, Cebuano, Kapampangan, and Maranaos. But because of the improvement of Metro Manila, we also have international ethnic groups such as Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, Americans, and Arabs.
A lot of major central business districts are found in Metro Manila. Many business offices are established in the Metro's lifestyle hub as it is a strategic place to put up such. Keep watching as I share with you the major industries that are located in NCR. For hotels and casino, we first have the Hyatt Regency City of Dreams, Okada Manila, and Solaire, all situated in Parañaque City. In Pasay, we have the very famous Resorts World Manila and Conrad Hotel. And we also have Shangri-La that has branches in EDSA, Taguig, and Makati. Top major companies found in NCR include San Miguel Corporation in Mandaluyong, C. Mendiola Investments Corporation in Pasay, BDO Unibank in Makati, JG Summit Holdings Incorporated in Pasig, Ayala Corporation, Top Frontier Investments Holding Incorporated, and Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company all in Makati, and Manila Electric Company in Pasig. For popular brand factories and offices, we first have Nestle Philippines, located in Makati, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, also in Makati, Johnson & Johnson in Parañaque, CDO Foodsphere Incorporated in Valenzuela, Silver Swan in Malabon, and Pfizer in Makati as well, and Petron Foundation Incorporated in Mandaluyong. Also found in NCR are studio networks such as GMA Network Inc. and ABS-CBN Corporation.
Language dialect. Basic greetings and useful phrases that you can use when you're a tourist or you visit the National Capital Region. Aside from the Tagalog word Mabuhay, that means hello, there are some basic greetings and useful phrases that you can use or familiarize with when you're visiting the National Capital Region. Now, since Tagalog is our first language here in National Capital Region, I'm going to share some Tagalog phrases that are very common here. Now, first is magandang umaga. Magandang umaga means good morning. Magandang hapon. Magandang hapon means good afternoon. And magandang gabi. That means good evening. Now, second phrase is kamusta or kamusta ka. It is a question that you can use to someone you're greeting because that basically means how are you. Now, third is pwede magtanong. It is a useful phrase that you can use especially when you're not familiar with the places because that means can I ask a question. Fourth, since people here in the Philippines or in NCR are very appreciative, we always say this word, salamat. That means thank you. Now, I have a bonus words for you, which are the po and opo. It is a polite word that you can add to your phrases. You can use it to everyone, especially to those people you don't know, whether he or she is young.
Metro Manila Trivia. Number 1. Hidden Underground Tunnel. Who would have thought that underneath this highly modernized city is a tunnel older than World War II? It is 3.5 meters below street level and is wide enough for trucks to enter. Another tunnel is the Bonifacio Tunnel that is 2.24 kilometers long and is 4 meters wide that was used to transport military supplies such as food and medicine. Number 2. The big one. It is NCR's worst case scenario, which is an earthquake expected to be 7.2 magnitude and will occur at the West Valley Fault, hitting the cities of Quezon, Makati, Pasig, Marikina, Taguig, Muntinlupa, and Parañaque. Number 3. Jeepney Domination. Jeepneys are the country's most popular form of public transportation, but did you know that these were recycled from autocalesas and war jeeps? By 2018, we have around 180,000 franchise jeepneys in the metro. The Philippines' biggest subdivision is located in Parañaque and parts of Las Piñas and Muntinlupa. It covers a land area of 765 hectares, 82 enclaves, and more than 12,000 households. The Embo barangays of Makati include Sembo, Rembo, Pembo, and Conembo. Embo is actually an acronym that stands for Enlisted Men's Barrio, which were once settlements allotted for the special units of the armed forces. The many firsts of Escolta. Built in Escolta was the country's first ice cream parlor, which was Clark's, movie house called Salon de Bertiera, department store called Beck's, the first shopping strip, electric cable car, and elevator at the Berks building.
Proposed tour itineraries. We are going to share to you the proposed tour itineraries that we've made when you're planning to visit the National Capital Region. Region are sure has a lot of things to offer, from its beautiful cities and municipalities, history, and the foods that they have. Now, if you want to know more about the National Capital Region, hit that notification bell so you will be updated every time we upload. And don't forget to subscribe. You can also leave a comment or feedback below so we know how to improve our video. Thank you for watching!